Hey guys, I know it's been a hot second since I've posted on this channel. However, I recently just created this Notion template, and I am just kind of exploring Notion as a more interactive planner. I still love my GoodNotes, and I use my GoodNotes for pretty much everything, so that's not really going anywhere. But I have been kind of just trying out Notion, seeing what it's all about, because I know people really rant and rave about it. So part of that has been creating this Notion template. And this one in particular is for creative writing, or honestly, you could probably use this to fit a lot of different writing projects. So if you're somebody like me who really likes creative writing, doing short stories, I'm sure you could make this work for you. If you are a blogger, all kinds of things, honestly. So I just wanted to share this with you really quick, in case any of you would be interested in it. And I'm very proud that I made this because Notion can be really kind of hard to learn, like right off the bat. It kind of takes a second to get used to it. But this was my first time really using it and exploring it. So I just thought I'd go ahead and share it with you. So this is what the homepage looks like. I have a little quote over here, and then these four little colored headers right here are the different pages. And then I have a quote down here. It's my favorite quote. Can't really go wrong with that. And then if you scroll down a little farther, we have this to-do list. The reason why I really like this is because it's a toggle option. So like if you are only on Monday and you don't want to see the 10,000 other things on your to-do list for the week that'll make you overwhelmed, you can have all of these closed or only open a few of them, and it's not quite as overwhelming as looking at the entire to-do list for the entire week. Also, you can always rearrange these, so if you'd rather have them like in a line or maybe only do like 2 by 2, you can always do that. The other thing that I think is really cool that you can do in Notion is habit tracking. So like I just kind of put these ones down as examples, but it's so easy to make pretty much any new habit that you want. And so all of these will also open up into like their own little page. So like say you want to make a new habit to I don't know, do your skincare every night. So you can literally just put it there. You can customize it by adding like an icon next to it. So like I'll just like add that one, and then you can check it off. And what I've done is I've added the percentage down here at the bottom, and you can always change these if you don't want to have like percentage, but I thought this was really cool. So as you check these off, it'll tell you like the percentage of what you've been doing. So like this would be 80, this would be, what is that, 40? Yeah, anywho. So I really like the habit tracker, and you can change all of these. Say you want to open this, you can go down this page and make some extra notes if you want, or kind of make it your own. And it's super easy to just add new habits. Not very difficult or complicated at all. And then if you go back to the homepage, I also on here added a calendar view of the whole month. If you're somebody like me, I don't really like looking at the big overview because I find it a little overwhelming. I like to take things smaller steps at a time. But the calendar overview is super helpful. So like if you want to put holidays, birthdays, if there's like a due date that something is due, you can go ahead and do that. But I thought at least having the calendar view would be pretty helpful for probably a lot of people. And then over here we have these 4 pages. So mood board is what it sounds like. I know a lot of people might make mood boards on separate apps, and you're totally free to do that as well. This is kind of just the base template that Notion uses for mood boards. So you can go ahead and use this, or you can go ahead and delete it and completely create your own. The thing that's really great with Notion is that every single page, every single thing on it is fully customizable. So if there's anything that you don't like, you have full like creative authority to just change whatever you want, make it your own. This second page down here, I made for character notes. And so this is a little table. So again, I just filled in like some little examples. So like you can put whatever characters you want down here. You can kind of make a little bit of like a summary about them. And then all of these also open into their own page. And you can kind of start writing whatever you want about them. You can kind of flesh out their character a little bit more here. And instead of it being like a big, overwhelming, thing over here, you can go into each separate character. So I thought that was really nifty, especially if you want to like keep notes about like this character and this character are like interact a lot, or this character like ends up dying in chapter 25. So that is another thing. And then here we have the plot note page. So you can add bullet points if there's something like, I'm somebody who, if an idea like pops in my head, I have to write it down like right then and there. So I like doing bullet points in case I ever think of something and I'm like, I need to write that down and remember it. You can like write super long paragraphs if you prefer. And then this is kind of a writing timeline. You don't have to use a timeline if you're somebody who just prefers to take your time writing and it gets done when it gets done. But like say you wanted to finish chapter 1 by the 26th or whatever. You can use this to kind of like make sure you have a good idea of your deadlines, how much time you have, all of that. And it'll help you kind of keep track of like when you might be finished. There's a lot of different ways you can even like view this. Like, there's several different views. Like you could do a board view, which would be like this. So like, say you want to put this chapter like over here, like you're starting chapter 1, or then you finish chapter 1, you can put it over here and then get started on chapter 2. So there's different views that you can add, kind of depending on what just like works best for you. There's also a gallery view, which I don't think works that great for like writing deadlines per se, but to each their own. You can totally do it. And then these obviously as well all open. So say you're writing your first chapter and you want to add like some pictures that you think describe the chapter and the mood, some more notes about the characters, some more notes about the plot that are more specific. You can add all of that down here. So other than that, the last page on here is also a story brainstorm. So I just added some examples here, but if you are anything like me, I have a million different story ideas like just rambling around in my head. So if you ever have one pop in your head, like you can go ahead, add that over here, and then kind of write out like the general gist. And again, you can go into all of these pages. You can definitely flesh out any idea you have as much as you want. And you can also put the genre on here. I kind of have it just sorted by genre because I think that's easy. But it's super, super easy to just basically make it your own. So all of this is completely like movable, editable. If there's anything on here you want to customize, you definitely can. So that's the kind of thing that makes it really nifty. The thing that makes it a little complicated is that Notion can be a little bit harder to, there's more of a learning curve to it. But once you get the hang of it and you really dive in and, start customizing it, I think it'll be so helpful and definitely a very good tool for a lot of people who like to write. So this is pretty much the full template. I'm going to put a link to this template in the description box, and for right now I'm going to have it listed as free. So if you guys would like to try it, you guys can just go over to my blog in the shop and download it for absolutely nothing. Probably once the holiday's over, I'm going to list it for like $2. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. If you guys like it, if you find it useful, if you think it's a waste of time and a waste of space, let me know. Who cares? But I am proud of myself for getting at least this much put together and just kind of exploring it and getting to know Notion. I think that I will try to use it a little bit more in the future and just kind of see what happens, because I really am so attached to my GoodNotes that using something else, I feel like I'm like cheating on GoodNotes. So, yeah, but let me know what you think if you go over to my blog and download it. And yeah, just feel free to comment your honest opinions. You won't hurt my feelings.